We are back for another episode of Heads Gone with me, Ashley Williams, Stephen Howson, and our sponsor, NordVPN.
Ash, seeing as though it's Christmas coming up, today's the 1st of December, NordVPN want us to sing a Christmas jingle. Now, I'm not sure they've ever watched an episode of this because do I look like Flex? Do I look like Joel? Right? That's what they do, right? Danny Murphy might put on a little hat and he might be like, on the first day of Christmas, NordVPN gave to me. No, not here. We're not doing it. However,
secure your online presence, unlock content from around the globe, and enjoy the internet the way it's meant to be.
and to get your hands on that deal, all you need to do is go and head over to nordvpn.com/headsgone or click the link in the description below. NordVPN practically pays for itself because for the price of a cup of coffee, I drink tea, but here we go, you can save big on streaming services by purchasing them from another region at a cheaper price. If you want to grab our huge discount off your NordVPN plan, then head over to nordvpn.com/headsgone, click the link in the YouTube description and go check it out.
Don't miss out on the football and the movies. Get NordVPN today. You all right?
All right?
Good. How you feeling?
All right. Are you?
I'm sound.
Your eyes all right?
My team won.
Wait. What's the specs?
I just wanted to look presentable today and intelligent.
But you come dressed like Malcolm X. What's going on?
It's a good show.
Hold one of them books under your arm.
I look like I've been doing some reading this morning.
Get a dicky bow on.
I've been doing some reading.
What have you been reading?
1984.
Of course you have. Do you know what? I actually watched the film not long ago. It's on Amazon.
I've never watched it.
And yeah, it's a shit film.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just dated. It's like 40 years old, isn't it? So
Not to watch. Not recommended it.
I'd skip
For
it.
me though.
Do you know what? There's a you can see like Hunger Games. Watch that film every day in the edit of making Hunger Games because there's so many
Crossovers.
direct parallels drawn from it. It's probably a good film, but I
feel like I'm gonna watch it.
I think you should watch it.
Okay.
How far through the book are you?
I finished it this morning, yeah.
Good book. Yeah, feeling it? Relevant?
Very.
Yeah.
But let's not go there. We don't want to go too far.
I think people want us to go there, I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't want to go too far to the wacky side.
Are you sure?
Here. Not here.
There no mirrors in your house?
It's not the place for it. I think we should talk...
I think it is the place for it.
Should we talk about football today? Because we've not for the last couple of episodes.
Why do you want to talk about football? Because you decided to support Arsenal last night.
Oh, no, I didn't. I had the Arsenal shirt on in here a few weeks ago. So, it's a good result for us. And you know what the weird thing was? What day was it when I was saying I'm starting to lean toward... on Monday. I'm starting to feel like an affinity with Manchester United a lot. Probably because I'm surrounded by you all, but started to like them and then Arsenal won, so...
Being a non-native to Manchester, what would you say the red to blue sort of carving up is? About 9 to 1?
I don't want to be under fire here, but it seems to me like everyone in Manchester supports Manchester United.
I think it's about 8 or 9 to 1.
You get the odd few, but it seems to, wherever I am anyway, there seems to be more Manchester United fans.
And it always seems to me as well, the City fans look like they've been glued up and rolled around a megastore. Because they've always got some at City on.
Yeah, but that's just because, I'll give you that. They let it be known. I think there's more. In the years I've lived in, which is about 8, there seems to be more City. Oh. I think the kids are City, obviously.
Yeah, the kids are becoming little fuckers.
Yeah, but it's because I've only seen you lot be shit.
Yeah.
From Moyes onwards, really. Wherever you, this is what I wanted to ask you, so we can carve up the Galatasaray game and whatever.
You've got a controversial opinion on that, which I'm going to air in a minute.
I don't.
But go on, carry on. What were you going to say?
I don't have a controversial opinion.
What was you saying?
Overall, like, what's the plan of action here for ETH? Or what do you think is going on? Like because then sometimes you get like the snapshot of they're doing really well. He had more wins than this manager in the first, I don't know, one of your fucking stat bollocks again. But And they do all right. Like, the form's not bad, but it just doesn't seem right. You threw away 2 goals. They threw away 2 goals when we was at Copenhagen.
Twice last night.
And this is Champions League, and this is Galatasaray and Copenhagen. This isn't Bayern Munich we're talking about.
But we did that against them as well.
But where is? Do you think that it's like is the right man there? Overall, do you believe in the process of what he's doing?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's just what I wondered if the fan base. I'm not saying you are the fan base, but have they gone yet or not?
Some have. But I think some people just, if you're not winning every game 5-0, have got issues. So I think there's a percentage of every fan base, and United's got a big percent that are like this. Just reactionary bells online. Not as many as Arsenal, obviously, but there are reactionary bells online.
Reactionary bells.
I think Ten Hag is the right man, but he's not without flaws. Last year's away form in the league, domestically, was shite.
Okay, but do you think he's the guy that's going to learn from those flaws in the Premier League and get it right?
I don't think we've quite seen it just yet. I thought we had a good performance at Tottenham, unlucky with some VAR decisions. And I know you've started to see how much we get mugged off by VAR now, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Right,
the agenda's real.
So we've had some issues with VAR that I think have...
I don't want to talk about VAR
That's fine,
all on this show.
But I think they've revved up what was maybe not quite perfect anyway. And the performances haven't been there this year at all. But I think a large part of that is, who's our midfield?
I told you from day one, Wolves game, midfield was an issue, not been solved yet.
Who's our defence?
But also, I did see, obviously I've seen the whole show, but I did see a bit of the Hughes lot getting on about Thomas Partey. Could the same not be said about Casemiro? Because he ain't looked the same.
No. But Casemiro's a strange one because it seemed like when he came last year, it took him a little bit to get going. When he got going, unbelievable. Like getting Roy Keane vibes. Just top, real intelligent, great decision-making performances. Then when he got banned towards the back end of the season or injured.
What, when he choked out Will Hughes?
Can't remember which one it was. Might have been. He never came back from that. After that little break, he kind of like stumbled again.
Well, I've said this before, and my opinion on the matter is, as good as he is or was or whatever, and not taking it away from him, sometimes you need a Robin to the Batman. And he has gone, and you lot battered him forever. I don't know if you actually did, to be honest, but he was like the butt of a lot of jokes in Fred. I just think that Fred's missed.
If we're being very real, though, Fred was shit.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't think he was shit.
You couldn't trust
I didn't think he was amazing, but...
He had legs.
Look at you now.
He never had a dry shirt.
I'd take him over Amrabat.
He's not.
I'd take him over McTominay.
You're not taking him over, though.
Young boy.
How good does he look?
Probably not. Yeah, he looks very good.
Do you think he could be the partner for Casemiro, then?
You'd like to think so. He looks like that type of player, which is weird, isn't it? Like, Casemiro needs him. It sounds weird, but I think that he's just so steady in there.
Well, he comes and collects it, doesn't he? And Casemiro's his first pass.
Steady in there, and also, I know I will question him over the third goal against Galatasaray. I
think you're wrong.
But was that the controversial?
Yeah. It's his man, not his fault. I mean, that dude's getting a shot off. It's mad.
If it's his man, how can that be his fault if that man scored?
Because... I don't know how to articulate this. It's his man, not his fault. The ball's always on that side of him. I don't think he has an opportunity to block it. He's hit it from range. Yeah, but if the start of the... I'm not digging him out there because he is still with him, and it's an unbelievable strike. And he's tried to block it. He's just not got it. I'm not digging him out, but I'm saying there is a point in that when you play the footage that he's goal side of him. I think you're fine to ask, could you have done more? But I think he could say no. And I think you can go... Well, I just think he could have got going before... We could go forever on this goal, because I think he could have got going before... What's his name? I don't even know what it was. Who was that? Kobbie. Kobbie. One of Angie's nephews gets going. And then I feel like, because you're goal side, you got to just stay goal side of him the whole time. And that never happens. Which he does. No, he don't. No, he gets done a little bit and he catches back up. But anyway, also, as a right-sided centre-back... whilst the ball's on that side of the pitch and I'm looking across the line
and I see Victor watching the ball and not knowing what's in between, at some point I think I'm going to close that gap just in case my midfielder gets run off. I'm going to pull in my right back because at that point in the game, obviously, we're trying to win, so I'm going to keep the defence tight. And I'm going to shorten the gap between me and Victor, who's clearly just focused on the ball. In case, that's where, if you're a midfielder, and I've played centre mid loads, when that happens, you just turn around straight away and go, please make sure, please, are my centre halves tight? No, they're not. They're miles apart. So there's also blame there for me. I'm
glad that you brought that up. I think Maguire in the last 4 or 5 weeks has been very good defensively. I still think he struggles playing out. And I think you actually brought this up to me of one of the games that you went to recently. You're saying just watching him play out, it's too laboured, isn't it? It's a little bit too long.
It almost feels like every time he touches the ball, to me, he wants to make an impact and do something, and that's not on. So we'll get it, and we counted in Copenhagen a few times. Maybe, we was counting up to 8 touches before he give it to the next player. So say he got it off the left back, he'd take 8 touches and then give it to his other centre-half partner, which is ridiculous.
He's never heard of a bounce, has he?
No, but it's like he wants to get it and have a look and like spray one or put someone in, and that's not on, so I'll give it to him. When realistically, as a centre-back, if you just lend it, but it lulls them into a false sense of security, like, oh, he's just passing, he's just going to keep circulating it. Then one time the fullback just drifts in a bit too much, and then as it's coming from your left back, you check in, and then that's time you just stop it. And
the problem is that he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that check.
Well, it seems like he checks what after he's received it and whilst in possession, which I'm not. I think that your build-up is very slow because of that, which is nitpicking because I think he's turned. He was at a very. He's
better than he was.
Yeah, he was.
But he's still
everyone was talking about him, but like that, those things like that. I was saying to you at the Copenhagen, why don't you just stop it right foot, play it left, and just keep it going, and just keep circulating and move the Copenhagen team faster. By you doing all of that touch, then to go back, have a look at him. No, it's not on. And forward's not on. They're so happy.
Did you see the one where he nearly played the striker through on Onana?
Galatasaray.
Sorry, last night.
No.
So there's one where the ball comes across him and he's got his back to the play rather than even get side on or turn around completely. And he's looking all left shoulder as it comes. He doesn't have a single check where anybody is, knows Onana's there, and just gives him a shit pass and the striker's
so
this
like
close
that
to it.
I don't understand. Like we've all done short back passes and it can happen and stuff, but when you actually watch him, his awareness and stuff like that is pretty poor.
And that's my main issue and gripe.
I had a bit of a mad one this week with the Champions League games because I actually was like, I'm going to watch them. So I watched all of Newcastle, and then I'm watching it on my phone for some reason, and then come off it and did something, and it all kicked off. Come back to all your messages like it's going off. Missed the pen. Fuck. And then the same last night. I was watching Manchester United. It was Friday, 2 days ago, and then. I was watching it, but every time I turned it off...
People know we record on Thursday, don't worry about it.
Every time I turned it off, it was like booting off. I just kept missing all goals and stuff.
The United game?
Yeah. So I have to catch up. But it's like...
It was don't take your eyes off it football, wasn't it?
It was, and I did take my eyes off and got stung by it.
Because it was complete lack of control in midfield. And that's where I think an informed Casemiro next to a Mainoo... Because McTominay reminds me of Fellaini. Like, he's just chaos in the box, in both boxes, though.
I think for Manchester United, you need 2 sensible players with 1 maverick, whether that's Fernandes, whether that is McTominay.
It is, though, isn't it?
No, it is, but I'm saying if he's not on the pitch, McTominay is, for me, is useful. He's going to do some crazy shit. But they need a 2 and a 1. They can't do a 1 and a 2. No, they haven't got the 1 that can cover both sides. No.
Mainoo might... Oh, that's a big shout.
What about the other boy? What about the other boy with the hair?
I think he's really good. Saying he could grow into Rodri's a hell of a shout.
But what about the other boy with the hair? Where's he? Is he injured?
Mabry.
No, Hannibal.
Yeah, Hannibal Mabry.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I don't know his second name.
I don't think.
Got loads of hair.
I don't think he's the same level as Mainoo.
Can you not see that? This is what.
There's tempo in him, though.
This is what is frustrating for me, and I don't know how it pans out. And these 2 boys might not live up to the potential. But wouldn't it be more exciting to think those 2 are going to be in the first team for the next 6 years? but he's not because you need results now and you've got to go and buy someone in January or at the end of the season when realistically a run of games for them to.
They might do
because if you look back, everyone goes, oh, Manchester United, all the boys, the Giggs, the Beckham, Scholes, but all of them, they obviously got a run. They didn't just ship in.
But they
brought in
didn't
some.
all start 6 of them at the same time. It was kind of one coming in. Yeah, at a time.
But you can now, can't you? Because you're going to play Mainoo for a bit.
I think he's going to be the first established in. It's not a bad shout.
But leave him in, though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
He's just got run off the back. Whether we've agreed it's probably not all down to him, but that happened as a midfielder. As a midfielder, that shouldn't really happen. You shouldn't get the step on you like that. But okay, it's cool. Like, let's not overreact. Let's leave him in and let him learn from that, and then just leave him in. Because how are you going to the youth system and when they bring a player in, it's like, well, we'll drip feed him in and out. And I get that. Actually, I think Pep does it pretty well sometimes. But like, you've got to let them just learn on the job. Because where else are you going to learn?
No, you only learn by playing, don't you?
In that atmosphere with top quality players, where if you give him a step, that's what happens.
Is there enough leaders in that team, though, that you can actually learn from?
Well, that's a valid point. No, there isn't.
Because when you were bringing in Scholes and Giggs, there is Mark Hughes, there is Roy Keane, there is Pallister, there's Bruce, there's Dennis Irwin. There's some serious footballers around you.
No,
Brian McClare.
Your point's completely valid. No, so then you're gonna.
So when you make a tiny misstep that doesn't result in a goal, they're the ones that, because these are the ones you learn on, aren't you? Where Brian Robson grabs you and he goes, "Listen, you got away with that.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen next time."
No, valid point. Yeah.
And that's in your game now, then.
Well, he's had to learn the hard way, hasn't he? Because his centre halves didn't read it and they didn't tighten up, which they should do.
And that back four's not talking. You can tell they're not scanning enough. So who in that back four pulls you up and you go, like, I think Martinez and Varane you might listen to, but they're not playing.
But the mad thing is like if you're that midfielder as well, they say you've just let him go. Your argument, you've got a valid argument to say, all right, cool, but he should have ran onto you.
Yeah.
And you're also nowhere to be seen. And so it's just problems on problems.
Bruno gets a lot of criticism for the way that he captains, which I don't have a problem with, but he gives away 2 of the free kicks. The first one especially is you've tracked him for 60 yards. And I get he was frustrated because you could see as soon as a free kick was given, he was giving bollockins out. But why are we giving a free kick away on the edge of our box?
It's just not smart, is it? Well, I get the one thing that you have to factor in that it's easy to talk about now is just, I don't like some of the stuff he does either, if I'm being honest, but being in that intense atmosphere, adrenaline pumping, whatever, you make rash decisions, silly decisions.
He makes a few, doesn't he?
There's a few too many, but there's an argument to say, well, you just shouldn't. That's what being a professional is, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why, not just the fact that they're paid so much cash, but the fact that you're paid. The fact that you're paid, someone has decided, I think you can be professional enough for us to get this result. There's something in that, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you on it, but I'm not the guy, am I, to say keep your cool on the pitch?
No, I'm not either, really.
I preach to the choir. Look at us two. An absolute...
Get me a pair of them gigs and I'll be all fucking Malcolm X'd out and be like,
yeah,
listen.
Like, right now, I'm like, feel intellectual.
Should just got
I might even read the Championship Manager 97-98 book.
Just got to be like, lad, you need to turn the other cheek and not worry about it.
Did you see any of the Arsenal game?
None.
You was fucking fuming by then. Your head had gone. I even put in the group, your head had gone at one point. You just said a load of expletives and you was doing that thing that people do when they're mad, when they don't send one message, they send 6 one-liners. Fucking shit, bollocks, fuck this, one, another, whatever. He's shit as well. And I knew you'd gone at that point.
It's probably accurate.
That's when I started to
spot
Arsenal at that point.
Joel's interviewing 2 absolute melons outside the Emirates last night, and one of them goes, both our keepers are better than Onana.
The Onana situation, I was just saying in here before you came in. Before you did a live at 11, even though we're to start at 11, but you're the one that blames me for being late, but that's another thing anyway. I was saying in here, I think we both had Onana as signing this season. Did we? I did, definitely.
I think it said most transformative.
And it's like, I'm trying to hang on in there, but it's come on.
He's got a high save percentage in the league.
Oh, don't do the thing. Don't do the thing where you use the stats. Don't do it because it's
just the truth, Ash.
because you're gonna. I'm
facts.
calm today,
It's just facts.
and you're gonna wind me up.
It's just facts.
He's just. I still believe in him, but
I'm going to be honest. I don't think the first was him, but the second he's fucking thrown in.
well,
Although
I have an issue with it.
yeah, you pulled up something that I didn't even notice.
Have you seen it again? Like, have you seen my point though? Or
Yeah,
not?
like give your point.
My point
The
is
Martial point.
My point is you're the striker, and I think he was first in the line. So your job is anything low or anything around there is to clear it out. You're not really marking anyone. You just go and attack it. He's got himself a little, not really deep enough. So he's kind of facing the goal. So that's one error, your positioning. But even from that point, I don't think it's not one where you're facing the goal and you're going to score an own goal. He could head that. He could like break his neck and stick it out, which I know is not, we don't really put those two things together like Martial and breaking your neck for something, but he could go and head that. So if you think Onana can't move until it's gone past his head, and then he doesn't duck, but he just kind of leaves it. It's almost like he's attacking. You know when you're attacking, you don't want to touch it because you think it's the same principle. You think the goalie's not going to be able to react quick enough. This will just end up in the back stick. And then Onana's got to react in like 0.3 seconds. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have done better with it. He should have. But I just wanted to bring that up. At that point, no, you wasn't. When I brought that up, you was not in a point to discuss those things. But looking at it today, do you think that that's a valid? I think anyway.
Yeah,
you can go. I'm going to put in there, Bosch, a geezer that's going to go and head it, and you can't be ducking 3 yards out, and the goal is then reacting.
I actually think the Højlund for Martial sub was the worst of the subs. And I wonder would actually leaving McTominay up front and bringing a midfielder in have brought a bit more to the game.
Do you think that Ten Hag's in-game subs sometimes are not the greatest?
I agree with that, but I think there's a but. I know he's not exactly got
The world
the fucking 98 Brazil team on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, he's not. Like, are you bringing Tony Marshall on in 2023 to change the game or win a game?
Ski mask.
It's a fucking warm body in a shirt, isn't it? And that's pathetic, but that's the case.
Did you watch Tuesday? Did you watch Newcastle or did you watch?
I was at training.
Didn't watch it either.
Nope.
Oh, so I watched more football than you this week.
Yeah, that's a rare one, isn't it?
There's a mad one, that. they did really well.
I saw all the penalty incidents, and by the way, Geordie Army, they are a sensitive bunch on the social media because they're new to people giving it them a little bit. So oh my God, they bite.
Are they
like
turning
big
into?
old
Are
tuna.
they turning into Arsenal a little bit? Just being up and down.
No.
They are very up and down though.
No, but the fan base is wild. Well, they'll be all in the comments of this because they can't handle the criticism because they're so soft-skinned. They've not had to build.
We haven't criticised them.
All I had to do, man's foot deal with foot Sunderland for a wee bit, man.
An old man. We haven't criticised them, so why are they going to be in our comments?
Trust me.
Okay, don't put a thumbnail on saying we've hammered Newcastle. They can't be in the comment section because we haven't criticised them.
They will be. Because you can't say anything about them. They're so sensitive, so highly strung. Never had anyone giving it them as a fan base. But they weren't robbed.
Do you think it's a penalty?
No. But I think there were two others that should have been.
Okay.
And also, they got battered.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't see it like that.
All right, well, they did.
Because you know what? And I'm surprised by you because I thought you might be considering the fact that you absolutely love like Sam Allardyce and people like that, weirdly. I thought you would have just appreciated the fact that you can win a game of football out of possession, being so organised and working so hard.
I'll give them that.
And that's what I enjoyed about them that day.
They are extremely organised.
Disciplined.
Yep.
The opposite of your boys.
That fucking Melon Joel last night going on saying...
You're really angry at Joel today. It's like fourth time you've had a pop.
He was saying Arsenal... Here's a direct quote, and tell me if I'm lying. It might be in the other group, but either way.
Oh, one I'm not in.
He goes...
There's another group that I'm not in, apparently. Brilliant.
Was you in the one where he said, only City are in our way for the Champions League?
Yeah.
You were in that one? Right.
He aimed it at me.
Oh, did he?
He
Right,
said,
fine.
in our way.
There you go. So he said, only City are in our way.
And we've beat them once, he said.
My head has been missing in action since then. It's just gone. I don't know where it is.
Why are you letting an Arsenal fan get to you like that?
Because
An
that's what they do,
outlandish
innit?
comment.
That's what they do.
Mine psyops.
Fucking
Psyops in the
absolute.
Premier League.
Just chat so much shit that you get, but you can't leave it because it's mental. So you have to respond. They don't. There's a madness to what they say. Is that it makes you respond.
I'm surprised that you would nibble on, because you was nibbling last night. You
Yeah,
was going on everything.
And that one sent me. I said, you don't even know that. Like with the
Who's in
Champions
the-
League,
who
you
else
don't
is-
know that tune.
Who else is in their way?
Who else in that?
Oh, well, which one?
Genuinely,
Premier League, sorry, or what was he talking about?
Champions League.
Oh, wasn't it?
There's only City in our way for the
I
Champions
thought he meant
League.
Premier League, and then I
starters-
thought that was wild enough.
Newcastle over 2 legs. I think they could be a problem for Arsenal.
Yeah, 100%.
I think Bayern Munich are absolutely a problem for
There's
Arsenal.
loads. If we're going to go through
think
the
Real
teams that are a
Madrid.
problem for Arsenal, we're going to be here all day. Let's be honest, they got a very good group. Compared to Newcastle's,
Or us.
yours, that's a very good group. Well, they got Lens,
And who gives a fuck?
PSV, and somebody else. Yeah. So you should take care of business. You'd like to think.
Just Arsenal fans, innit? Fucking November, they're already proclaiming like league and cup
They're
doubles.
going to have all Champions Leagues and that replicas and everything. But well done, Arsenal.
Yeah, well done on winning
Be
5-0.
happy, be happy for
You kept
someone.
a clean sheet, and we don't know what that fucking smells like, so well done.
That hurt you a bit to say that, didn't it?
I love clean sheets.
And you get none.
Fucking zero.
Did you get any?
We had a few last few weeks.
De Gea, didn't he win Golden Glove last year?
Yep.
That's wild, isn't it?
They had about 14 shots that he faced.
So basically, we just know fuck all because he... What? Not a fan.
2.6 shots, 2.6 saves per game for De Gea last year, 3.92 for Onana this
Was
year.
that from ftball.com?
Yeah.
Huh? What did he say?
The fucking minions in the dark gobbing off.
There's one for Joe anyway.
What? It's like Twitter, that. The minions in the dark gobbing off.
Yeah.
It's like this room is Twitter.
All of them. Every one of them just fucking piped up then, didn't they?
Arsenal are 5th for expected points. Unlucky.
He's telling me about expected points. Is that... Do they take the same basis as the expected goals?
It comes off the expected
Oh
goals.
my God. Expected points. What else are we talking about?
Ronaldo
Oh.
getting some expected
Have
mates.
we sort of spoken enough about football?
Yeah.
Let's just go straight into the weekend.
United, Newcastle. That's a big game now.
Is that Sunday?
Saturday, 8 o'clock Saturday.
Oh,
What's your
that-
thoughts on these 8 o'clock Saturdays? I'm torn. Half of me likes it.
I like watching them. Like I'm
It's a
happy.
it's a good spot for a minute.
Yeah, but I don't get it.
Yeah, have you had to work one of these yet?
Nah.
Because that's going to be a ball eight when it's like
Yeah.
United, like match of the day this weekend. Who's on it?
Not me. So I don't know.
But that's a big game that they're going to have to turn around.
I did say this. So what happens there is you're just hoping for nothing to happen, but then you're turning it around in show, basically.
Nightmare. So the analysis on that
But the
probably not the
worst
best.
thing on that is if it's a 7-7 and 4 red cards, it has to go number 1, and then you're just
But
just
at least you
messing
just
it up.
watched it 5 minutes ago.
making it up.
So you're all right for that, aren't you? Who else is playing this weekend? So that's the 8 o'clock Saturday
Arsenal
night.
Wolves,
That's a win. Straightforward, boring.
Brentford Luton, classic. Burnley Sheffield United, another one.
That's a big game for both of them, though, to be fair, because
I
they.
would like Burnley to win. I know he played for City, but are you?
I like Vincent
I feel
Kompany.
like everybody wants them to do okay, at least okay, better than they are. Because he's a good guy.
I like Vincent Kompany. I
you want him
heard
to achieve.
while he was at City that he was like leading analysis stuff, and I thought, oh, that bodes quite well. And then you saw the football that they played last year, and I was like, oh, that bodes quite well. But he's just got a championship team
You need some bodies in the
trying
door,
to
don't you?
play Manchester City style football.
Have you watched the show, that Burnley documentary? I watched a bit. It was boring. the owner was just like, it was all about him. Anyway, moving on. Forest Everton. Where are Everton? Because
Merseyside.
I think it's that way, but anyway. Forest Everton. I felt like I was going to do you, but they didn't.
I thought they might do us. You were so confident about it, weren't you?
Yeah.
Fucking batty, I think you said. Anyway, about 150 seconds in,
Yeah.
that went west, didn't it?
The Garnacho thing is Don't want to talk. You know what I want for this? It's the only bit of ownership that I've got shared with you in my punditry career.
Okay.
Just don't want to talk about the same shit everyone else does.
Fine.
We don't want to talk about like, is his one better than? It's just good as well.
I said this. Like, I got two kids, right? And they're both bellends in their own ways, but I love them both. So how can I pick which one's my favourite kid? And that's what Rooney's overhead is, and Garnacho's overhead. And one might have shinned it in, but you know what?
Is it like when one does something a bit naughty, but you still love them? Not even that, just got like a D at school, like the shin. You go, it's that one, isn't it? It's that one. That's laughing. Everton Forest, a massive game.
For them, yeah. What?
For both of them.
Yeah, for them. Outside of Everton and Forest, and a couple of weirdos in the fantasy who actually give.
Well, it's obviously a big game for Burnley, Sheffield United, and Luton as well.
Well, yeah, I guess yeah.
All right.
Relegation moves.
Sunday, Bournemouth, Villa.
Who've City got?
Spurs, 4:30.
Oh, that's 4-0 City.
No chance.
Mate.
Yeah, nah, he's coming back.
Mate. No,
Has he
got any players coming back?
He will come back and figure it out, mate.
Mate.
I'm not sure he'll win that one. Do you know what was mad the other day?
I'm sure he won't. How about that?
City were 2-0 down, and my son goes...
Do we discuss our bet?
What? Did we have a bet?
We've not got a bet yet because I haven't agreed to the terms of the bet, but shall we discuss our bet?
Did we have one?
Oh, my phone's in there, innit? Get the message up off me with the Spurs next fixtures.
Yeah, but we didn't have a bet on that, did we?
Yeah, you said, I bet you a pair of Clarks.
So, and now, was it between just me and you? I don't know, there's so much going on. There's other groups that I'm not invited into.
I think it's the Don't Blame Me group.
Oh, there's too much spam in that.
Just go on the images. You should be able to
I
find
know how to do it,
Spurs
thank
fixtures.
you. Fucking hell.
Is that many fucking posts in there?
There's a lot. There's ones like that, look. That was a fucking good one, wasn't it?
Oh, by the way, I can't mention that, can I?
That?
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
All I'll say is Vidic replied. I asked Vidic if he knew who Gabby Agbonlahor was.
What did he say? I can't find it. Anyway, I can't find it.
His reply made me happy, but I can't tell you what it said.
Okay. Anyway, so if Spurs, what did you say about Spurs' next fixtures?
So is it the next four? So the next four fixtures is City. I think it's City, West Ham. Is it Newcastle?
It's City, West Ham, Newcastle, Forest, Everton, Brighton.
So I think it was 4.
Fucking hell.
Is it? No, it can't be. There was someone else in there.
You made something of nothing, that's what you did. And I told you about it. Because I tell you what, they'll dick them. Can you say that? They'll beat them.
I think, I said that, didn't I? I think, I fancy this, but West Ham are going to be the ones that let me down. David Moyes again.
They'll be fine, they'll be right. And do you know, they won't beat them. That's what I was saying, is like the City were 2-0 down and my son just went, yeah, whatever, they'll still win it 3-2 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. It's actually getting a bit boring now.
Well, boring. Just charge them and relegate them down to the Northern Prem and let's see what happens. Because I'll tell you what, I genuinely would enjoy watching Pep go to like Colne.
Do you know what would be mad if they relegated them right down to like National League and everyone stayed?
That's what I'm saying. Northern Prem, City versus Ramsbottom. I'm here for it.
But do you reckon that they might not be up for some of them games?
I bet some of them players haven't put a relegation clause in because they're so good.
That'd be fucking funny, that.
So when I was at Salford got relegated from Super League and they was going to get rid of the entire first team and come up with a youth team. And someone looked into the first team players' contracts and they didn't have relegation clauses in. So they went, hey, guess what? Fuck the entire youth team off because we was only on 12-month deals.
Is this in rugby?
Yeah.
Please don't class rugby and football as the same thing.
Wow. It's rugby league, not rugby union.
Oh, even worse. Even worse.
So yeah, you think your mate's going to be all right, mate?
He'll be fine.
Not this weekend.
He'll be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. They'll have Champions League football next season.
I'm going to propose something to you. They just had Mourinho. They just had Conte. basically a load of
Sorry, go on.
bores. They've had a guy come in with a bit of personality, mate. Is Ange just having his Ollie bounce?
Nope.
That wasn't even as long as Ollie's bounce.
He's good. Listen, what was the bet anyway? They have to do what for me to get the
not
Clarks?
win
I'm a size
one.
9.
Not win one of the next 4, I think.
Oh, so if they lose, if they don't get a win in the next 4, I'll gotta get you some Clarks.
And if they get a win, I'll go.
Right, what size are you?
9.
Cool, I'm a 9 as well. I don't want one of your pairs that like
I'll get
have
you a
been
new
worn.
set.
I want a new one. Should we move it on now?
Are we having that bet then?
Yeah, we have the bet.
So which are they 0 for
Shake.
4 now or 0 for 3 now?
What do you mean?
When was the last time they?
It doesn't matter. They've got.
So when's it to? Which is the game?
Starts from Sunday.
Till when? No, because they've already lost. How many
4
have they
games,
lost?
you said.
Is
That's
it 4
not
from
part
now?
of it.
Was it not 4 from?
No.
Show me.
It's
When did I send it? I
like
sent it
this
last week.
This week. Clarks. It's this week.
There it is. When did I send it? It's click at the top.
Well, that one's already been
27th. Yeah,
That's
there you
been
go.
played.
So I was right. So it was 4 from there. So
Yeah.
it's 1,
So
2, 3.
three,
So it's
4.
Newcastle.
Forest. What I'm
No,
saying.
Newcastle. So it's 3 more to go.
No, bet them. You know you're changing it. No, you're changing it.
I'm not changing it because it was
Because you
Villa.
don't want the Forest game.
Villa
in
was
it.
it? Yeah, because it was Villa, City,
You said all of them.
Newcastle,
You said
and I
all
was
of
like,
them.
oh no,
You said all of them. They've got a.
no, don't click it. I said they might go 0 for
how
7.
how do I get to that part in it?
Go back on it. They might go 0 and 7.
0 and 7.
Yeah,
So
because
was
they've
how many
already
was
lost.
it then? 3.
They'd lost 3. Now they've lost 4. So
4.
then it's 5, 6, 7.
Okay, cool. Deal.
Right, done.
So, okay, deal. Cool. So they've got to. I need them to win one of the next 3.
Yeah,
Not a problem. Then I'll do West Ham. So sweet.
that's my worry. Is West Ham's the only one. They're not beating Newcastle and they're not beating City. West Ham. Iffy.
What about the video you sent me? Did you watch it? Anonymous' statement. When they speak, you gotta listen.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure what I'm actually watching though.
What?
I don't know what the point is that they didn't really conclude it.
No, they didn't. There's a 6-hour podcast that I'm 4 hours into.
It's a Sean Ryan one.
No, it's a Julian Dorey. You ever been on him? It's a bit of a live wire.
Sean Ryan likes a 6-hour one. Now,
Yeah, but there's basically, so in this case, MH370, there's one geezer, yeah, that's like leading the charge of the, from the start. This is
Some
from the
fuckery
start.
afoot.
A Twitter, like someone off Twitter, but he's took the case on. So his name's Ashton Forbes, right? So he'll be on everything that you ever see about the case of the missing plane. I don't really know why he's the lead.
But he's the guy.
Yeah, digging into. He's been
Has he
digging
got a
into it
job?
for ages. I don't know. Whatever. Easy or whatever. So he interviews him for like 6 hours, but he debunks a lot of his theories. But it has had me thinking since then. Where is the plane? Oh, like where is it? You can have all the. You can. So you sent me the video that Anonymous made last week, I think, saying we need to talk about this. And there's 3 orbs around the plane.
That's weird. But I don't know how blaggable what they were showing is because they've got some thermal stuff and it was seeming to show some satellite had got some imagery.
Meant to be off 2 US satellites.
Yeah,
or
and
something.
they said like the trajectories of both sort of adds up.
There's
and then it was
there's
kind
a
of
lot,
on fire.
yeah, but then I don't know. I'm pretty sure that as much as I want to believe that, there's tech geeks out there that could do a real good blag
Yeah,
job of
because there was the one thing that didn't make sense is that there was kind of like a cold bit of air in front of the orb rather than behind the orb at the same time.
So
and
what
I'm
they
like,
it was alluding to there is something that they talk about. I want to butcher it, but it's like so basically they're saying these UFOs can manipulate gravity, or they don't use it the same as us. So instead of like some form of propulsion out the back which makes you go forward, they can manipulate gravity toward. That's why they can go like that.
yeah,
In all the UFOs.
yeah.
So I think they was alluding to the fact that whatever that line was in front
Was
is
the gravity
of the
being
same
pulled
type
towards
of
it.
thing. Whatever, anyway.
Which sounds fucking bananas.
At this point, we're nearly 2024. anything can go for me. Because since 2020, I just don't believe or
Isn't it mad though?
not believe anything.
The Pentagon basically said in 2020, they changed it all from UFOs to, is it
UAP.
UAP, so was it
Identified aerial phenomenon.
Right, and then isn't there an off-Earth craft as well, isn't that one?
There's a lot of them, yeah.
So they, in 2020, with everything else going on and everyone watching the fuck out of Tiger King, the Pentagon kind of like really quietly just kind of went, yeah, by the way, we've got aliens.
I felt like it was mad. Straight away, I was like, what? In the midst of all this, you just went, bosh. And again, these are things that I just don't get right. This is why you're like, I ain't saying some of the stuff that like another pundit once said. But I'm just going, how comes they can say stuff
Is that
like,
someone that lived in one of the Channel Islands by any chance?
yes, but how come they can just say, look at this. Official documentation, not just the geezer on Twitter, but they can come out and go,
Yeah. US Air Force pilots in front of Congress.
We don't know what this is, and then everyone goes, are you watching Love Island later? No, I think that's more important.
Yeah.
It needs to be spoken more about.
Stop, I'm a celebrity. Stop
what I
this.
mean.
Fuck the Premier League off just this weekend. What did he just say?
Do you remember like when the NBA playoffs were on, and then they stopped it in America because they wanted to watch O.J. Simpson down the freeway? All of the channels should have stopped. Every single one and just went, right, pause what you're watching. Because they've just said, there's something in the air and we've got no fucking idea what it is.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We just went, oh, cool. Wipe down my Amazon package in case it's got COVID on. And I'll just carry on with it. I don't understand. And it's a bit like the plane. The whole point of the plane is, I don't know if there's orbs around it. I don't know if it crashed in the sea. I don't know anything, what happened, if it landed safely. But there's however many hundred people unaccounted for and a plane unaccounted for. Now, we need to talk about it. Like not me and you, somebody needs
But
to
imagine one of your relatives have been on that.
Yeah,
and the whole thing is like, where is it? And you go, don't know.
Their melons are gone.
Oh, big time.
Because they're saying, there's like, if you Google it now, they're on like saying their phones were still dialing up to 4 days later. So, well, if there was in a metre of water, 2-3 meters of water, it wouldn't dial, would it?
And the batteries didn't go either.
I don't understand, mate. I just feel like
I can believe that you can lose a plane. I do, right? Especially when in that sea, because there's not a lot there.
Okay.
I can believe that a plane could go down and you go, I don't fucking know, right? I think that's a perfectly valid explanation. The other shit that's going on around it, though, there's definitely some fuckery afoot.
Well, when you sent me that, we spoke about it last week because somebody had asked, and then you sent me that, and then obviously too much time on my hands, I started going into overdrive, so I've been looking at everything. And, fuck, I forgot the point now. Where's the debris? Would that not get washed up?
Not necessarily.
But also, you know, like there was a van outside my house again this morning. Don't kill me, man. Because I ain't saying nothing. Like, you know, CIA and that. I ain't saying none of this. I'm just relaying info. Don't kill me, man.
I can't wait for when one of the journalists finds this show, you know. Because the fucking Mail love making articles about the shit Rio says and getting it wrong.
Right.
I can see the headlines.
Can I just
Match
say
of the Day
that,
presenter
like,
reckons CIA are in his gang.
I don't give a fuck, man.
Except they've made headlines out of less.
Yeah, true. Whatever. Anyway, I'm saying there was a van outside. So if you want to make a headline out of that, then cool.
That's a great way to throw them off the scent, though. Tell the Mail.
Well, yeah. Well, again, at this point, anything's possible. But like the whatever minister of like Malaysia, never in my life. I understand you're under pressure, right? You didn't ever think taking the job that you was going to have to come in front of cameras and talk about, talk about a lost plane, yeah? But you look so, he's like so nervous. The woman's asking him like questions, like when did you lose track of the plane? And he's saying, does that really matter? I'm paraphrasing. And it's like, yeah, pal, it matters when.
Yeah.
So he's almost like fueling everyone's conspiracy
By being
radar. Just being so shifty. Two of them there were. Just didn't want to answer any questions. And I get that you can't kind of go, fuck, we've fucked it, we've lost it. Everyone would kick off, but like, come with something a bit more official than just
Speaking of
dodging
shifty,
bullets.
I think we went to the moon. I think some of the footage that they brought back from the moon is a blag. But I think we went. But have you seen the press conference after the moon?
No.
Have you never seen the...
Maybe. No, it doesn't.
If I've just been to the moon, respectfully, I might have my cock out at the press conference. Can you put your cock out? I've just been to the moon. I don't think so.
What happened in the actual one then?
They're sitting there like they've just caught their search history.
Like they didn't have NordVPN.
Do you know what I mean? like someone's just pulled it up and gone,
So you're saying they look shifty as well? The fellas that walked on the moon?
pick your phone up, Google moon press conference right now, and I want to see, zoom in on him, I want to see his reaction because...
Am I going to YouTube?
No, go to...
Safari?
I'll just go get the photos of it, yeah. I don't even know it's on
So
video.
tell me again.
Moon press conference. Is it Apollo 13? Apollo 13 press conference. And does this look like three fellas that have just come back from the moon? Mate, I would be high-fiving everybody. Do you know the grin that I'm going to have? Like, here's the press conference to tell us everything like the moon was like.
You'd be a massive prick, wouldn't you? Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to
Listen,
anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone.
It's going to be Kanye levels.
I'd be
That's what you're going to be, innit? You've been to the moon.
You're going to wear one of them outfits and that, because you can do what you want.
Yeah.
So are these boys, yeah?
Yeah. No, looks like... How dry is that? That's not the actual one. It's only them three on the stage. Yeah, that one there. The top right.
Oh, these boys?
Yeah. Does that look like three fellas that have just come back from the moon?
Tell you what that looks like. I've got to say it. Sorry.
Three fellas have been told to say some shit.
Yeah, or three fellas that come back and went, this what happened, and they went, don't fucking say that.
Something's happened, hasn't it?
Something's happened there.
That's not a natural response.
No, something, I don't know what it is. But also, the moon landing, I mean...
If I'm Neil Armstrong, honestly, it might be Hawaiian shirt, cigar, baby oil.
Why baby oil? Why? That's unnecessary. Nobody wants to see that
I've
at all.
just been to the moon. How about shut
And you
up?
don't give a fuck.
How about shut up? Can't smoke in here. Can when you've been to the moon?
They look very like... It was like when you got sent to the headmaster's office and you had to tell him what you did, what you were here for again, and you just... Pardon?
Drew a cock on your car. You done what? Cock and balls on your car. In it?
It is a bit weird.
That's not natural.
I'm just saying, there's so much weird shit, right, that's unanswered for that we just go, oh, is it? They tell us something, go, all right.
They visited Holland and they gave the Prime Minister or President of Holland a framed moon rock, and Holland went, whip it out, let's go test it. It's wood. Painted wood.
I don't mind. Even if the whole story's true and they've had him off, I like that. They've been to like the Kennedy Center, Space Center, and they've bought on the way out the shop that does you for about $250 buying fucking space moon rocks. They've given him one. That's great. That is a good story.
There you go, shake your hand.
Makes me like them a bit more. But did they go though?
I think they did.
You think they did?
I think they did, but I think the footage is black.
But the burning question is why have they never been back then?
I think they absolutely...
Well, how did they get up there in a thing made of fucking aluminium foil, and now my man, the fucking
Elon Musk,
pretty normal Elon Musk everyday guy,
perfectly
he's sending
average bloke.
rockets every 5 minutes up there, boom, 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 and he's not sent one back there. Bit weird.
Do you know what? I had a mate once who spent 30 grand in Las Vegas. He's never been back.
I'm missing the point on it.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. I think they absolutely blew their wad, and the missus went, "You ain't ever going back to Las Vegas."
How have they though when they've got
Slash the moon.
When they've got so much dough?
Because I think they skint themselves to do it.
I think so, because there was the race was on, weren't it? First country to get there, right? It's not like the Americans to have to be the first to do something either. Nothing like them. But I still feel it's a lot. When was that?
1969.
So it's a lot of years to not go back, mate.
It is. You think it'd have got a bit cheaper?
At some point. Oh, he's firing them up now, and they're landing the fuckers. Have you seen that?
China's just been on it.
What, to the moon?
Yeah. I think they actually crashed into it.
Fuck off.
Google it. Put China crashed moon. I think it's just happened.
What, with people on board?
I don't think it was people.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, so you're sending, like, fucking
But
probes.
I think they...
Chinese rocket crashed into the moon, hauling an unknown payload. The fuck was in the payload? I'm not interested. I'm not interested in anything that's unmanned. That's bollocks.
They've took photos of the landing sites.
Of what they did before. Oh, because you can't make that up. Couldn't make that up, could you?
That's true.
You couldn't just fudge that and...
Well, no, I think China has took photo of America's landing sites.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like...
But why would China support that lie? Why would Russia support that lie?
Well, okay, to go on that basis then, even if they got up there, if you're saying that adversaries, if that's the case, if I'm China and I see the fuckers have been here before, I'm going to ignore it. Fuck them.
Exactly.
So why they took photos, and that leans me to more towards we're trying to make out something that's actually not happening.
No, I think what an amazing gotcha, because they know the whole moon conspiracy thing. If they can go, if I'm China and I get to go to the moon, even if it's unmanned, and I send a moon round and I put something out there and go, so we visited the moon in our unmanned rocket, and there's nothing where America claimed that they went to finger, they're full of shit. I think that's a bigger gotcha than anything.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So why would they put it out then? So they're supporting the story.
Well, I think they're just playing the game. But I think if they hadn't have gone, I think they'd have definitely gone. Yeah, you're full of shit. Because what
I don't know.
putting you on the back foot.
I just think let's be honest. Someone needs to tell me why we've not been. I don't know. Maybe there's someone more smarter in our audience. Probably not. I think if you are smart, you're not watching us. But sorry to everyone. Love you all. You've got the same sense of humour as us. But I just don't.
I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't some like double mega smart people that just was on the background wibble for whatever they're doing.
Well, like the CIA guy the other week.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah.
Don't you see? You forget too much. Your head's full of just Manchester United stats, and you forget that the CIA are watching us.
I mean, that's right. Before the Mail write an article, there was a literal guy from the CIA come and says, "Hey, I watch you lot. I work for the CIA."
Yeah. So you can write the article if you want, but it actually happened. Fact that happened. So I don't know.
It was American and everything. So it's definitely real.
Right now, when I leave here, he had to be real because he's American, didn't he? When I leave here, what goes on in my brain is like, where's the plane? Why have we never been back?
What's going on at that press conference? What did they
What is
really
happening
say?
there? What happened to JFK?
They killed him.
And who's they?
The fellow that we met the other day.
I'm out. Not me. They better quote that you said that. Because that van outside my house might be listening in right now.
I don't know who they are, but someone killed that guy.
3-letter agency.
Definitely a 3-letter agency. I'm fucking so disappointed in myself. I paid for a documentary on Amazon the other day about JFK, and it was the biggest load of waffle in my fucking life.
Was it like if me and you had done it?
Way worse. Because we'd have been better. Because this guy was just saying shit I know is just not fucking true. About how he was shot and killed and this, that, and the other. And he was like,
give me
just
one example.
the way the bullets was hitting him, and he was talking about, he puts something on his face like an explosive, and that's why. I'm sitting there watching it going, what?
That's wild. That is wild, man. No, yeah.
So this, the documentary that I saw is some absolute sausage who's saying that he put something on his face and then that explodes, and you can see this squib go off when his fucking head basically explodes.
It's mad that, isn't it? If someone went, yeah, I'll hold this and stick it up to your face, it's going to explode. And you went, sound.
Yeah, how about no?
I'll do that in the motor when you want me to do it later on today. Cool.
Wait till you get out in the open.
next to your missus.
There was only one good thing that they said is that And it's something that no one else has ever said, and I've gone, that's a fucking good point. And even silenced weapons do make a noise. They're not silent, they're silenced. They're quieter, not nothing. And they said, like, supposedly the official report is that he got shot from the book depository, right? And that this guy got off 3 rounds. And that accounts
What's the
for
fella's name again?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah, Oswald.
What everyone believes is that there was a couple of shooters in different locations and they got him as he came into all 3. No one's ever mentioned this, that nobody reacts. There's people standing in front of the grassy knoll and none of them react when the gunshots go off. Like, you see him holding his neck and stuff like that.
Where's the book depository? Behind the grassy knoll?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So he's driving up here. The book depository's over his left shoulder or right shoulder.
Right. And where's the grassy knoll that they always talk about?
I think it's right in front or off to the right.
So you say no one didn't do that?
No one turns around and you would. If there's gunshots going off, you are turning around.
There's just a lot of questions in the world that... Do you think that when you die, maybe they give the answers?
No.
You just never
I
know.
think it's a bit like going to sleep and you just don't wake up.
So you're just never going to know. Like, we'll just never know. And even if we do, anyway, turn the page, because when they went... We could have been sitting here like 10 years ago going, wonder if there's aliens? Doesn't matter, because they told us, basically.
And no one cared.
No, it was mad, mate. You went about your business. Do you want a brew?
They just said aliens, like, who gives a fuck, you going to match?
It was mad, mate. So I don't know.
Like, the way they dripped it out is an absolute madness, isn't it?
The alien thing.
Yeah. And the fact that, like, I bet there's people sitting in 3-letter agencies now in government and going, we fucking told them. There was no rioting. There was no people fucking proclaiming this, that and the other on the edges. Like, you seen all the apocalypse
Do you know what?
films.
They didn't really say, did they? Bang, this is it. They just went, get on this.
Do you know why?
Do you think they tried to get ahead of it coming out?
Yeah.
Because there'd be no other reason why. They must have tried to get ahead and went, we'll get it out before...
Whoever's popping
like,
it off.
like what's his name? David Fraser or somebody's coming out to say, I was flying this. And that's the mad one when you go, all right, there's loads of conspiracy theories, but when that kind of geezer's saying it.
But there's a long stretch, like, saying the 3-letter agencies or the government coming out and saying, we think aliens have visited us. There's a long way from that to fucking Cletus and his family getting probed.
Pause again, yo, Rodney. Hey. Yo, you need to listen to this guy, man. He's saying some wild shit, man. Man, he just said, there's a long way from that to Cletus and his family getting probed with no pause. That expects me to just keep talking about it.
But, so there's a long way from that to Cletus getting fucking probed, to that they're living amongst us, to that they're crashing here.
Just because
that might be true.
Please cut that
all of the
first
rest of
out.
this.
Okay, I'm going to break down something, because we've not had to do this for a while, but you've thrown something out that I need to run it back. Who's Cletus?
Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel that lives in Buckfootville, Tennessee.
Okay, and his family getting probed.
If that's what's happening.
Okay, so, and then what did you say? So there's a long way from that, from them announcing it to Cletus's situation that he unfortunately
Just
found
because
himself
that
in.
might be true doesn't mean everything to do with aliens, whether they're
Yeah,
abducting people,
right, okay, so you
visiting
threw me
people,
off, what you
crashing
said.
people.
Well, have you ever heard of Travis Walton?
Travis Walton. The name
He
does ring a
basically
bell.
says like he got taken by one, which I know a lot.
Is this a Skinwalker
it's
Ranch thing?
No. Oh, we haven't gone there, have we?
Can we actually go there?
No, I'm not going there. Fuck that.
Why?
Well, they say you got hitchhikers, man. You go there and then you bring shit back with you.
We'd go to Alamo and rent a car. I don't need a hitchhike.
No, not like a hitchhiker,
got
like
money,
what's it called? I don't know, like a non-human type of nefarious hitchhiker.
Scared?
A little bit. Because what are you gonna do? Fight your way out of it? You're not, are you? If you wake up in the middle of the night,
Ash.
if you wake up in the middle of the night and there's some fucking weird shit at the end of your bed, oh, you tell me you're not gonna be scared. What are you gonna do?
We'll probably just get eaten. What do you want to do? Die in your bed at 90 or go like, what a guy that used to do YouTube. You got eaten by an alien.
I don't want to get eaten by an alien. Eaten as well.
Hang on, I'll throw you the headline. Former Wales captain eaten alive at Skinwalker Ranch.
But then you'll know, if you know me, that it's a fact that that's what happened, because there's some shit that I'll be doing.
Wales would name a game after you every year.
You're going somewhere now, I don't want to get involved. But you're going too far again. I would go to Skinwalker Ranch, but Travis Walton, yeah, so I don't know, he's well documented. I think he even went on Joe Rogan at one point, like maybe a couple of years ago. He has a case that's a bit better than the other ones that go, oh, beat me up. Have a look at it. Send you that.
This is the problem in it, though. In the era of camera phones...
No, this was quite a while ago, I think.
But in the era of camera phones, where I saw a man eating his dinner in a toilet cubicle the other day. You did too. We all did, right? And I'm not talking about dinner either. Everything is recorded at all times, everywhere. Where's the footage?
Right, all your headlines and that. Was it Metro or what?
Where's the footage? Where's the footage?
Tell me what the Metro are again.
What?
What did you call the Metro one time? I can't remember it. It was a good line. A bastion.
Oh, shit journalism.
Yeah. So they can write all their headlines, say that we're cranks and we're conspiracists. We're not. We just want answers. I wouldn't mind an answer on one of the things.
But it's not a conspiracy when the fucking literal Pentagon go, yeah, we got some of that. It's mental that everyone just didn't go, what?
Some people just still don't think it's real, though. And I'm like, okay, well, what does it have to do? Come up and punch you in your fucking face?
For some people,
I'm an alien.
For some people, yeah, and then they go, that was a guy in an alien costume.
Right, them people aren't for me. Don't talk to me if you're one of them. Be open to something.
Let's go film one. We said we was going to get
You're
out.
saying that. We don't even get out of the
Exactly.
fucking room.
Well, can we get to Jodrell Bank then?
That is like the Manchester version of Skinwalker Ranch, isn't it?
No. It's just a big fucking
it's a
satellite.
poor man's
Do you know what?
Skinwalker Ranch.
When
They don't let you on Skinwalker Ranch. You can't go there.
Don't they?
No.
Convenient.
It's fucking boxed off. I think they've got a series on the History Channel about the Skinwalker Ranch currently that's running. The latest guy who bought it, he's got his team. The shit's going on there, and they I don't know.
Is it like Derek Acora? I'm feeling a presence.
No, but it is. I think it's a little bit like Ancient Aliens, which I watched the other day, and it made me laugh because the way you describe Ancient Aliens
Fucking
is
bang
so
on.
nailed on. Yeah.
Absolutely nailed on.
Yeah.
Because they go, is it possible?
Yeah, you
that's
nailed it. You nailed it.
Everything's
I
possible.
put it on the other day. I don't know which one I was watching. I just put it on because it was like YouTube or something. And it made me laugh because they left everything was so open ended.
Why is it on the History Channel? Why isn't it on Sci-Fi or here's some shit we made up channel?
I'm not the guy.
History
who buys
was meant
the
to be
rights.
documented thing. It's not like made up bullshit.
Isn't everything history really that's happened?
That's happened. Not. We'll put it on the Speculation Channel, not the History Channel.
I don't think that is one.
Well, it should be one. And Ancient Aliens should be the fucking running like it's on Dave.
We should be on like something like that because we're wasting in it.
Yeah.
Like, we should be on Ancient Aliens, so. Modern day aliens. We're wasted in here, mate. Well, we could bring
Me, you, Derek Acora and Al Murray.
And what's his name? And David Icke.
No, not him.
God, mad hands, David Icke. You ever seen
it?
him? I think he was a goalkeeper, weren't he?
Really?
Did you know that? I think he played professional football.
Who for?
Like someone.
Oh, right.
Someone.
You got a PFA number then?
He probably got his 3 pairs of free boots that he used to get from the PFA.
Wait, what?
Used to get that back in the
3 pairs of free boots?
Yeah.
What, a year?
Former footballer. He played football, David Icke. Coventry City. Oxford, Northampton.
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what,
there
he's
you go.
the perfect third wheel for this fucking wibble, isn't he?
We talk
Do you know
some
what?
serious shit, man.
Get him on and just ask him preview questions for the weekend and have his melon fall off. What do you reckon about
Get him
Newcastle
on to
United?
do the fucking read at the start. That'd be the most baffling thing he's ever fucking done in his life, and he's done some wild shit, I'm sure.
Listen, but do you reckon it was Mainoo, his man, right? He's just sitting there like, I've got all this shit to tell you. He'd be like, care about that. Are Arsenal going to win the Champions League? Get David Icon and don't ask him a single mad question. Just ask him pure football.
You couldn't, because it'd be too. It's like it would be just too tempting to ask him the mad
No,
shit.
but I can stay sensible and in character because I know the end product is going to be fucking hilarious. As every question comes in, he just gets more and more confused. Like
What, like how his audience do when he actually answers questions?
but watching him be that,
You want his head to go.
fuck him.
That's it for this week.
Anyway, thanks to our sponsors, NordVPN. Hope you enjoyed the single
link.
that
Click
Danny
the
Murphy
link.
and Flex
Click
sang.
the link.
That's the Ain't Singing.
We got to click a link somewhere.
There's a link below.
Where about?
What? Right below. Right down there. Click it, save, watch all the shit that you need to watch on video at Christmas. See you in a bit.
Send some comments. We didn't read them this week, but we will next. See ya. Bye.